What's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Today, I am reviewing Independence Day from the 1996 version, not the 2016 version. Starring Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, and a bunch of other people, presumably Kevin Spacey. I have not confirmed that. But this movie is basically about aliens trying to invade the world during the 4th of July time, and then they somehow are able to stop them. And off the top of my head, I mean, we just finished watching it, so I could freshen my stuff. But I thought, again, very well made, very solidly constructed movie. The action begins literally right off the bat. Like the aliens invade, like they break into Earth's orbit and they go over these major cities. Like literally, not even a minute into the movie, that's when it starts. And then they hover around that. I don't even know why they hovered around above these cities for as long as they did. No idea why they did. But eventually, it takes like half the fucking movie for them to finally start shooting these people and detonating the cities. And my god, do they detonate these cities? It's crazy how much destruction they do. And insane what nukes they set off and everything like that. And then they got these force fields to protect them from being imploded and everything. And then the military from all across the world. We see real world unity here as they group together and defeat these alienated creatures once and for all. And then we get a look into Area 51, or at least what the movie perceives Area 51 to be. The president in this movie is a badass too, by the way. Like a John F. Kennedy looking guy, but can fly a plane and everything. Awesomeness. Get a bunch of hillbillies flying planes too, including the Kevin Spacey looking guy, big alcoholic flying into the mothership and breaking it, or not the mothership, one of the ships, and one of the not mother ships, and breaking it all up and dying in the process. Now the two main characters in this movie, presumably, I believe, are Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. With Will Smith being a Navy pilot and Jeff Goldblum being a broadcast, like a tech expert. But then he ends up flying a plane, and he's like super uptight about stuff. And then they both fly the plane and the UFO, and not the UFO, the alien ship and whatever. And they work together. They don't really, other than that, they really don't meet at all during the whole movie, which creates a lot of different alternate plot lines going, a lot of different alternate areas that the movie is taking place with all these main characters. You got Will Smith with his girlfriend that he proposes to or gets married to during the movie, with his kid, and then you got the other guy who's the Jeff Goldblum, who's got his wife that they're like having marital concerns and whatever because she works for the White House. You got the president with his wife who ends up dying because of internal bleeding. You got his kid, and because they're on opposite, because Will Smith's in California, Goldblum's in New York, and then later DC, you have a lot of plot lines that jump back and forth for the longest time. It takes a ton of time in the movie for them to actually come together and meet, which makes sense. It's not like they're just kept apart because of stupid stuff. It's like because the cities are detonated and they can't just fly in a plane across thing. They have to actually work to get together. So I can understand that. And it really isn't that. What it really did was make it complicated for me to really figure out who the main characters were, for the longest time, because a lot of the characters who are considered like main or side characters in the movie, there's a lot of them that have a lot of plot lines about themselves elaborated on, but there's so much that they have to try to work through, so many people that they have to try to work through. Not all of them get enough credit or screen time to develop in the movie, like character development that I think would be necessary. It took a long time for me to realize, oh, it's Goldblum and Smith who are the characters here, who are the main characters of this movie. And that could be wrong. There could be others that are supposed to be big characters, like Will Smith's actual, like, the wife in the movie, who is a stripper. They don't really elaborate on that, except for the beginning of the movie, before everything blows up. But she is. And then like the marital concerns and the president and stuff like that. They don't really get into that a whole lot. And you hear a little bit more about it. You have to really pay attention, and you have to really be paying attention and really read between the lines to be able to get what's going on here. But honestly, even with that, they still do it good. They still well constructed. It's not like oversaturating stuff. And there's plenty of good action scenes. I was really worried that they really weren't going to detail like the structure or like the alien craft, but they end up doing that a little bit. They do it a little bit less than I would have hoped, but I think it's more than I expected them to do. And they do that a little bit towards the end of the movie. They figure out how to emitting a virus to deactivate the force field was pretty crazy. I didn't think that's how they were going to do it, but that's how they did it. And so a little bit anticlimactic there, but once that battling actually goes on, it's crazy how the structure of this like alien craft works and stuff like that. And then we get some good stuff with like aliens, like they find a live alien because one of the ships crashes, and they drag it to Area 51, and they do a lot of stuff in Area 51, a lot of research, and then one of the aliens wakes up, breaks out, and is shot, and then stuff like that. And I wish they went into a little bit more about the science behind the aliens. They don't really do that. They try to, and then they just jump straight to the alien waking up and killing everybody in the lab. I wish they'd gone a little bit more into that, but honestly, that was not the main point of the movie. So I can see why they didn't do that. Now, as far as the characters, I think all the characters were played really well in this movie. Every single one of them. There's not a character that I really didn't like in this movie. And I can say that for the last couple of movies that I did reviews of, The Fly and Thor Ragnarok, there really wasn't characters that I didn't really like. Didn't hate, I should say. Which is pretty rare for movies that I've seen, but that was good stuff. A lot of the characters all played really well. And them winning, and I'm winning on the 4th of July, American patriotism shows very unrealistic unity, especially in this world. And I wonder how the 2016 version conveys that with like more modern happenings and technology and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll get around to watching it, but maybe I will one time. I don't know. But it was pretty cool. For my final review, though, I'm going to have to give this one an 8 out of 10. A very solid movie again. This latest movie marathon was full of a bunch of very solid movies, so that was really cool. I'm going to make you guess what the marathon was in the comment section down below. But anyway, what are your thoughts on Independence Day? Have you seen the 1996? Have you seen the 2016? Have you seen both? What are your thoughts on them? I'd like to hear about it in the comment section down below. Stay tuned for much more movie reviews and much more amazing content. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.